Okay, let's start the video. Nobody hit the 345 million Mega Man Dster system. And the 364 Powerful Dster system. But before we get started, you can email me for any game prediction at hyper_links@yahoo.com. Click on my channel, and you can donate on my channel when you click on my name. And donate, subscribe, share, and like my video if you haven't done so. And email me for any game prediction at hyper_links@yahoo.com. And always remember, nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself. So these are the jackpot locations that hit in Virginia for Mega Man. So prevent from playing these locations because these locations haven't hit more again since 2005 or 2004. Buckingham, Richmond, Stephen City, Shenandoah, Front Royal, Spotsylvania County, and Gainesville, from Sarah Herndon, and Shenandoah. So for Mega Man location that hit in California, only 2 cities hit more than once. That's Los Angeles, and these cities 1 to 6 haven't hit more than once. You see it. You have San Diego and Los Angeles that hit more than once. You can see it. I mean San Jose. See San Jose in line 30 and line 25, and Los Angeles in line 26, and 970 hit more than once. So again, those are 2 cities that will hit you the jackpot. Again, have a good chance because they hit more than once. Every other city in California haven't hit more than once. And either you play at those cities that haven't hit yet, or you play a city that hit more than once. But don't play a city that hit only once, because it's after you pay once, probably won't pay it again. Let's look at the Mega Man Dster for Friday's draw. For Friday's draw. So last night nobody hit. Remember I told you there was no numbers from 1 to 9. Oh my God. And no 60, 61. They now have no middle numbers. So let's remove the corner. Let's show everybody the middle numbers. 7, 10, 12, 60, 61. No number from 13 to 60s. Why? You click on the draw for Mega Man. Let's click on the draw for Mega Man once again. You have no first prize of 323 million, no second prize of 1 million. Neither, well, only one Mega Player sold in Texas. Texas keep winning again. Wow, Texas have been hitting those jackpot lady for second prizes. Texas, wow, Texas is getting a lot of money. Won. So again, why? Because again, you have 824. There's no 1 to 10, but there's 60, 69. You can see these. You can see what they're doing. You don't have 1 to 10 and have 60, 69, or they don't have 69 to 70. I mean, or they don't have 1 to 10 and they have 1 to 10, but they don't have 60 to 69. You see it? On 827 they have 1 to 10, but they don't have 60 to 69. On 831 they have 1 to 10 and 60 to 69. On 810, there's 1 to 10. There's no 1 to 10, but 60 to 69. And these have been consistent draws that either you don't have 1 to 10, but have 60 to 69, or they have 1 to 10, but they don't have 60 to 69. So either 1 to 10 and 60 and no 60 to 69, or no 1 to 10 and 60 to 69. But if you look at a Powerball draw, they do it in reverse. Let's look at the Powerball draw before we continue. So they're doing it reverse. Scroll up to, you see it, for 828, there's no 1 to 10, no 60 to 69. 825, same thing, no 1 to 10, no 60 to 69. 821, no 1 to 10, no 60 to 69. So they're shifting all the numbers from Powerball to Mega Man. That means they're doing the matrix reverse to cover up those draws that don't that don't have 1 to 10 and 60, 69. So instead of this matrix, instead of the matrix going to Powerball, it went to Mega Man instead. So from 1 to 7. From 1 to 12, there's 3 numbers. And from 60 to 69, there's 2 numbers. Now, if you look at Dster, one of the Dster that did a good job last night, we're going to get to that. But let's look at the Dster for last night's game. 903, it's going to be September. If you look at one of the Dster, you have 9. 4, 9, 1, 2. You can see it. 9, 1. 973,058. 973,058. 997,997 5990. And then you 1022 75850. So again, this will be one of these that you want to use. So the winning numbers, again, 7 will be on the top of quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. You have 10 on top of quadrant 1. You have 12 also on top of quadrant 1 and 2. So that makes the 1E and 2E hot coordinates. You have no 60s, no 61. You have 3 on top. You see it? 3 is on top. Quadrant 1 again. So this Dster has 4 winning numbers. No 60, no 61. So again, if you use this Dster, you probably would not have hit the jackpot, because you somehow would need to play the 60 in the blue box. Now let's look at the Dster that did a good job, substantially amount of hits on the Dster. You gotta find the right Dster for each draw. It's not that hard. If you find the wrong Dster, it's gonna cost you the jackpot, because each time you don't win, somebody somebody will win. So if you don't hit before somebody else, you're not gonna hit the jackpot. So you don't want to hit on the next game, because when the jackpot goes down to low, you really don't have much of an incentive to play, versus when the jackpot is high. So you gotta hit before somebody else hits. So even if somebody hits one of the games, you got the other game. So you gotta focus. You cannot hit both games. We know that. It takes high amount of luck and more than that to hit both games. It doesn't mean it cannot be. It doesn't mean it cannot be done. It can't be done, but you gotta focus, because they do a lot of hanky-panky up there. Remember last night's draw, the draw were delayed. So why we have draws delayed? You have enough time to prepare for each draw. You cannot delay the draw. Have to review the draw in time. You cannot delay the draw. So the winning number for last night's draw, using this deal, will get you the jackpot. Why? Because 7 is on the bottom. Quadrant 1 and 2. You have 12 on the top. Quadrant 1. You have 10 on the bottom. Quadrant 3. Why? Because I want to use a hot coordinate, C3. Remember, do not spread out the coordinates. Do not spread out the coordinates. You're not going to hit if you spread out the coordinates. You have 60. Sorry about that. Not 60. 61 on the bottom. Sorry about that. 61 on the bottom. Quadrant 3. So now you have D4, a hot coordinate, and you have 65. 65. Remember, do not use these 65. Do not use spread apart numbers. 65 will be on top. E4 will be your next hot coordinate. You have 3 hot coordinates. E4, D4, and C3. So you really don't have any option of using as less coordinate as possible. You use up 7 coordinates. So imagine if the 12 is somewhere around here, and you can utilize this one for 7, for 12, somewhere around here. You will have used less numbers to hit the jackpot. Less coordinates, I mean. You have used 6 coordinates to hit the jackpot. And let's look at the 03, right? 03 would be on the top, bottom here for the ball. Remember, you're picking all the white ball first. Once you pick up all the white balls, then you pick the mega ball. Am I correct? So what I'm trying to tell you is C3 is the hottest coordinate. Why? Because once you pick up all the coordinates, if you have a computer, that's even better, because when you pick numbers, you don't just pick numbers from these. You pick a number using these are grid by placing coordinates. Once you pick a number, you put the coordinates on the Dster, so you know where you pick your numbers. So once I pick my numbers, so let's say I pick 10, I would put a coordinate on 10, C3 and C4. Do you see it? So once I pick my coordinates, I put a marking on those coordinates that I use. So once I finish up picking all 5, pick up all 5 coordinates from the white ball. Once I finish picking up all the coordinates from the white ball, then I move to the mega ball. So what happened? From time to time, those coordinates from the mega ball, after you finish the white ball, should repeat at least once. So that means all these coordinates have been used up. So if I pick another ball that's not repeated, I'm not going to hit the jackpot. So 24 could be an option. 12 could be an option, because they like to do the same mega ball with the white ball. 03 could be an option, because 03 came last night. So I'm going to put the 03 on one of the coordinates used up. Now, which coordinate have no chance of hitting? $23. Why? Because 23 hasn't been used. If you put 23 over here, you're going to add more coordinates. So you do not want to add more coordinates. 23, 25 could be one option, because you're not adding more coordinates. When you put 23, you're adding 2 more coordinates, versus 03, you're only adding 1 more coordinates. Now, also, do not add coordinates. So for instance, 08 you could use, 07 you could use, 09 you could use. So like 23 cannot be used. 23 cannot be used. Has to be the same coordinate. And most of the time, you're not going to have a coordinate that's not going to be repeated. So you got to use a coordinate that has been used up to pick your mega ball. That will increase your chance of hitting that jackpot also. And let's look at the number in the Dster. If you have looked at the number in the Dster, you have 1, 3, 7, 8, 9. 1, 3, 7, 8, 9. You have 10, 11, no. You have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 18. For 20s, you have 21.